This week, we're going to end off with our top 10 fantasy wide receiver rankings. And let's start at number 10. You can go first.
Okay, 10 was a hard spot for me, but I'm going with Allen Robinson. He is injury prone, and he does have Andy Dalton as his quarterback. So, I mean, those are two iffy question marks. But
big red flag.
Big red flags. But he is such a stud. So, Allen Robinson, number 10.
And no disrespect for the Red Rocket, and it's a red flag, but a lot of reds there. I'd stay away from the Bears until Andy Dalton gets benched. But anyway, Allen Robinson has been good with every quarterback, and he's had bums as quarterbacks his whole career. Yeah. So Andy Dalton's actually a step up.
He might be the best one.
Yeah, that's saying a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He didn't make my top 10, but he's right outside the top 10. I just don't trust Andy Dalton. But, all right, my number 10, it's Terry. I always butcher his last name, McLaurin, but I think it's McLaurin. But Terry McLaurin from the Washington football team. Same thing as kind of what Allen Robinson is. He's had bums as quarterbacks. He was having Alex Smith last year, who can't even throw anymore because his leg's broken forever. But he had Alex Smith. He had Dwayne Haskins, who was going to the strip club and got cut from the team because he couldn't fucking focus and had to go to the strip clubs too much. Long story short, he didn't have a quarterback. Now he's got Ryan Fitzpatrick coming, who still isn't great. It's kind of similar to the Andy Dalton thing, but he'll have Ryan Fitzpatrick who can at least throw the ball. But my number 10, Terry McLaurin.
Okay, cool. Number 9, I have Keenan Allen. He's a high-volume receiver, the Chargers are a very highly pass-oriented offense too, so expecting a lot of targets to him. So Keenan Allen, number 9.
Yep, he covered it too, and that's not my number 9. My number 9 is Keenan Allen as well. Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert should take a step up in his second year, so we'll see how Keenan Allen will get a lot of the targets. My number 9 is Keenan Allen.
My number 8 is Justin Jefferson. He is a rookie, so there's always question marks out there. Second year? Yeah, second year. But he averaged 6 catches and 95 yards per week last year, which are pretty great numbers. And, I'm expecting him to keep growing and keep getting better. So I have Justin Jefferson out of Minnesota for my number 8 spot.
Yep. All right, my number 8, I'm doing A.J. Brown for the Tennessee Titans. They have Julio Jones now this year, but I think A.J. Brown and a couple guys have coming up. A.J. Brown's one of the most surging top receivers. He could be next year top 5 once some of these other older guys start slowing down a little bit. But I got number 8, A.J. Brown, Tennessee Titans.
Okay, well, my number 7 is A.J. Brown. Okay. So.
He put there. Reasons. And what's funny is my 7 is Justin Jefferson. So we switched Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown. Justin Jefferson had a huge first year as a rookie. Yeah. This is his second year as the Vikings. He's going to be playing with a lot of confidence knowing he had such a big year. They got Kirk Cousins there throwing. They should be in a lot of close games, so they're going to have to throw the ball. And he's just a high-level athlete. But I got Justin Jefferson, number 7.
All right, number 6, I have DK Metcalf. I'm very up on the Seahawks next year. Russell Wilson looks focused. Everyone looks focused. I mean, with Russell Wilson as your quarterback, and a very high targeted percentage from him. So DK Metcalf, number 6.
DK Metcalf is similar to me as A.J. Brown. My number 6 is DK Metcalf as well. And I think him and A.J. Brown could be top 5 next year, if not by the end of this year with their things. Yeah. I have a lot of faith in Seahawks. I have a lot of faith in Russell Wilson. You're going to hear one of something later, but my number 6 is DK Metcalf, Seattle Seahawks.
Okay, cool. My number 5 is Chris Ridley, stud. I mean, there's not much to say,
So number 5, first off, number 5, my keeper it's Calvin Ridley, but my number 5 is Calvin Ridley as well. He's one of my keepers in one of my leagues. I would hope he goes to the top 3 this year, but I even played it safe and put him at number 5. I mean, he doesn't go higher than 4 in most cases. But I also have Calvin Ridley number 5 for the Atlanta Falcons with no Julio Jones this year. He was a beast last year with Julio. Yeah. Now Julio's gone. He's going to get all the targets. Calvin Ridley number 5.
Okay, number 4, I have Deandre Hopkins. He is injury prone, but I mean, he's been a consistent top 5 wide receiver in the league for a while. So
yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins, number 4.
I got DeAndre Hopkins a little higher, but my number 4, and a lot of people have him a little higher, who I'm going to go with, but I'm going to go number 4, Tyreek Hill, Chiefs, big play receiver. Doesn't get as much targets as some of these other guys. Like Kelsey gets a lot of the targets, but Tyreek Hill has really big play ability. But I'm going Tyreek Hill, number 4.
Yeah, you have him pretty low, actually. Number 3, this is kind of the same thing with DK Metcalf, but I'm really big on the Bills this year. With Josh Allen as his quarterback, I'm going with Stephon Diggs. I mean, I'm so up on the Bills. I think I'm going to place a future with Vinny on them too. And I love Josh Allen as his quarterback, and he's his main target, so Stephon Diggs, number 3.
Yeah, my number 3 is Stephon Diggs as well. We got Josh Allen, the $258 million man. He got the biggest contract guaranteed, because you'll see these numbers, but really the contract is really what they're guaranteed. So he's guaranteed $150 million, which was more than Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes. Mahomes signed that $400 million deal, but his guaranteed was only like $144 million.
Right.
So it was 6-year, $258 for Josh Allen, $150 guaranteed. Biggest guaranteed contract in NFL history. But yeah, my number 3 is Stephon Diggs. I like Stephon Diggs more than like Ty Hill. I think like Stephon Diggs, they can just get way more targets. Ty Hill is big plays and can really break it out. And also Ty Hill gets injured a little bit more. Stephon Diggs can get injured too, but I got Stephon Diggs number 3.
Okay. Yeah, I actually went with Tyreek Hill for my second spot. I mean, is he the fastest receiver in the league?
Yeah.
Maybe the fastest player?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and like you said, he is a playmaker. And I think he's consistent. And I mean, with fucking the best quarterback in the league as your quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, they're both giant playmakers. And like you said, they have great touchdown potential almost every play he targets Tyreek Hill, you know.
Yeah.
So I have to put him at number 2.
Yeah. And again, it's picking, these guys are all really close right here. But my number 2 is I'm going Deandre Hopkins for the Arizona Cardinals. I think Kyler Murray, their quarterback, is going to be ever surging.
Yeah.
DeAndre Hopkins is going to get all the targets. They do have AJ Green there now too. Not saying that's anything, but they got some more receivers there. I'm going number 2, DeAndre Hopkins.
What happened last year with him? Was Kyler Murray injured or something for a little bit? Or
They might have the most questionable coach in the league, and they started off just questionable play calling, and they just. I don't know what happened, to be honest, but I just think it was coaching and play calling.
Yeah.
And Hopkins made a couple comments too, like he needed to throw him the ball more. So I don't know. I don't think they had any real veterans in the locker room to keep them together. But
so what's the difference? What's the difference?
They added some veterans. AJ Green's there.
Yeah.
JJ Watt's there. They got James Conner, running back from the Steelers. They put some veterans in there. Kyler Murray's going to keep getting better too.
Yeah.
And their chemistry, another year together. Last year was their first year together. Another year together, the chemistry should be better. So, yeah.
Okay. So number 1 spot, I have Devontae Adams. I think that's an unquestioned thing. I mean, he's been the best receiver in the league. So
yeah. Aaron Rodgers is back, so you got to go with his number 1 target, Devontae Adams. They also added Randall Cobb too, and Devin Funchess, so he'll have other targets. The other guys that take some targets away, but also won't have as much
take some heat off of him.
Take some heat off him. So number 1, I got Devontae Adams as well.
Cool. You had DeAndre Hopkins a lot higher than most people.
Yeah, number 2.
Why do you have him over Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs?
I think Chiefs could be up a lot of games, and he could just, you don't need him to do as much. Like, I think I like receivers, teams that are either going to be down or in a lot of close games, and then they can keep banging. I just feel like they get more targets. Tyreek Hill can get like 5 catches for 180 and have a big game, but I like guys like DeAndre Hopkins get like 12 catches.
So you feel like it's more consistent?
More consistent and more just targets, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
All right, so number 10, I have Allen Robinson. Number 9, I have Keenan Allen. Number 8, I have Justin Jefferson. Number 7, I have DK Metcalf. Number 6, I have A.J. Brown. Number 5, I have Calvin Ridley. Number 4, I have DeAndre Hopkins. Number 3, I have Stephon Diggs. Number 2, Tyreek Hill. And number 1, Devontae Adams.
All right. And then my top 10 fantasy wide receivers for 2020-21. I got number 10, Terry McLaurin. Number 9, Keenan Allen. Number 8, A.J. Brown. 7, Justin Jefferson. 6, DK Metcalf. 5, Calvin Ridley. 4, Tyreek Hill. 3, Stephon Diggs. 2, DeAndre Hopkins. And number 1, Devontae Adams.
Cool.
All right, that's our fantasy football 2020-21 wide receiver rankings. Let's get it.
Nice.